How we doing out there, everybody? This is Brutal Monkey. Cannabis advertising is being targeted toward teens and kids. So here we go. Marijuana ads are enticing kids to buy some weed. I think the kids just want to buy weed anyway, and the advertising is reinforcing it. A legal loophole is allowing children to access social media to see enticing advertisement of marijuana with potentially dangerous consequences, experts say. Let's hear from these experts. Under the Controlled Substance Act, it's illegal to advertise the sale of marijuana use on the federal airwaves or across state lines. But that hasn't stopped social media ads on cannabis websites from reaching youth of all ages who use screens. Businesses are allowed to make their own pages and then post ads on that feed. Youth are bypassing age restrictions to seeing the ads for the products they're not legally allowed to buy. They can like, comment, post, share with their friends. So how is that the company's fault? I'm making a page and I'm restricting it to people who are over 18 or over 21. How is that my fault if they're lying about their age to access it? Okay, come on, experts, enlighten me. Research shows that type of engagement is related to an increased likelihood of wanting to use and using cannabis. It's a perfect storm, and regulators are doing nothing about it. So seeing a commercial might make me want to use it or actually get me to use it. Okay, what's the problem? They didn't sell it to them. That's not their concern. That's not their sector. They're just there to manage their page and advertise on it daily. That's all they're supposed to do. I think you are barking up the wrong tree, as they say. It's the Wild West out there. If you put an ad on your own little marijuana website and it spreads virally through social media, there's no regulations against it. Yeah, there's no regulation. How can you stop somebody from posting something? This is the thought police. In a response, National Cannabis Industry Associate told CNN that its members and associations support reasonable restrictions to ensure ads do not target or appeal to minors. What is that? What is this end quote stuff? Say exactly what your plan is. Marijuana edibles often look like candy, making them appealing to children of all ages. And adults too. Oh my goodness, what are you talking about? There's a few colors that people use to advertise things. You can't accuse everything of being marketed to kids. It's just marketed well. Vibrant colors. Why don't you go after cookies? Marijuana stores and manufacturers are marketing their wares to the youth using tested techniques popularized by alcohol, tobacco, and food industries. The marketing that we're seeing in California for cannabis looks like the marketing that is done nationwide for alcohol and e-cigarettes. Well, that's probably because they're hiring the same advertising firms. Did you think of that maybe? I mean, these industries that you're naming are the top industries. So why would you not want to copy the best? Use who they use to get your product across, and hopefully you get the same results. It might not be nefarious as you think. When it comes to social media advertising, the cannabis industry has excelled. The cannabis industry came into the market with traditional advertisement already illegal, so they became incredibly creative on social media. The content is expertly crafted to appeal to the youth. I mean, seems like to me it would appeal to everybody if it's effective advertisement. I think they're leaving out the fact that people are already seeking this out. This isn't just popping up on their feed out of nowhere. They're purposely going and bypassing age restriction to go find some. So this is all founded in something that's frowned upon and restricted already. So this is almost like you stole your parents' car. Why aren't there more regulations on stealing your parents' car? Well, how can I stop him? I put the keys away. He's got the desire to do it. There's not much I'm going to be able to do. I have to go to sleep. Yeah. Marino researched how marijuana sellers in 4 states where recreational cannabis is legal, Alaska, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington state, have advertised to underage adolescents. A key method was the use of young-looking salespeople called bud tenders, who help clients in the store pick out marijuana products. The bud tender is a riff on bartender. Advertisers tend to photograph bud tenders who look like they are 16 years old. That's an opinion. I mean, I don't care how young he looks. If he's a bud tender, he's legally allowed to be there. So I don't care how young your bartender, bud tender looks. If you walk into a bar, I don't care how young the dude looks, and he's there pouring drinks. Don't you think he probably is, forget my lying eyes, has a right to be there? Wouldn't somebody say something if this was someone underage serving something? Doesn't matter how they look. I think youth is appealing to everyone. And they're using the alcohol industry playbook to send messages hitting it's sexy to use marijuana. Patton quizzed 409 California youth between the ages of 16 and 18 about their reaction to various online cannabis ads. Overall, illustrations of food and flavor references were extremely appealing to the youth. I think they would be appealing to everybody. A nice up-close picture of some bud, tiramisu, sweet, earthy, creamy. Yeah, I think everybody would like that. Those are descriptions that just ring and sound to people. Those bud words, it's advertising. They are good at selling things, yes. Because kids like it, are you trying to say that adults don't like it either? It's just effective advertising. An advertisement placing marijuana in the middle of a burst of cherries and bright colors was the most appealing ad to the kids in the study. Another popular ad showed an attractive young man who appeared to be 14 or 15 years old displaying cannabis products in a store. Don't care what he looks like, if he's in the store, legally allowed to be there. And yeah, if it was a bowl of cherries and there was a bud in there and it said cherry pie, I might want to buy it. I'm 47. Another theme we found in the past studies was tying cannabis to athletics and to being active, which is appealing to the youth. Teens are in a phase of identity development, trying to figure out who they are. So if part of the adolescent's identity is a sport or being outdoorsy, the cannabis product is tying into something that's valuable to them. So now you can't advertise being outdoors or being athletic. Yeah, people do that. Nick Diaz from UFC. They smoke and they're triathletes. That might be appealing. This is thought policing. This seems like to me that they're trying to backdoor regulation into social media and hiding behind the kids. The one thing that is really missing from this is they are seeking it out. They're doing something wrong. They're going against TOS on social media to basically find these things. They're lying about their age. How is this the cannabis company's fault? How is their advertising the problem? Because as far as they're concerned, the kids aren't allowed to even see it. We generally think taxation is a good thing. The price of marijuana rises, which makes it harder for the youth to purchase it. We also encourage any revenue to go towards youth services and prevention programs in the community. Okay, I'll leave the rest of the article up here. I think I've had at the end of the video. I'll leave the rest of the article at the end of the video. Yeah, I think I've had enough of hearing this. This is thought policing and social media regulation as far as I'm concerned. I mean, these kids want to do that anyway. I wanted to drink beer ever since I was 5 when I watched Cheers. I don't think that it should have been regulated or not been on TV. That was my choice to do it. I didn't have to find it appealing. They just drinking liquid, but I wanted it. You can't kill my desire. You can't kill these kids' desire. They might be young now, but eventually they will be legally allowed to purchase it. What you going to do then? It's been Brutal Monkey News. Thanks for watching.